Right guys, tutorial number 3 on the Mix Track Pro from a company called Numark. In this video we're going to be having a look at the effects features on the controller and also the effects on the software. The software I'm using is Tractor LE. The functions we're looking at is the effect button there, also a dial with select above it, and then the middle one you can see control and then control. So from right to left we have control, control, select, and then the button is effect. Using those on the hardware, and if we have a look over here on the software, we have a small dial and we can see DW. That is short for dry and wet. We have their delay, we can see at the moment, that's the effect. And then here we have another dial and we can see delay under there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the dial on the controller with the word select above it. And you should be able to see on the software we are going through from delay, flanger, reverb, no effect. Delay, flanger, reverb, no effect. All I'm doing is I'm moving the dial on the hardware, and I can move that clockwise or counterclockwise, however much I want. It won't stop and then I'll have to turn it around the other way and stop. It can continue moving in any way it wants to, or I want it to, indefinitely. There you go. Also, now if I go back to the software, we can see we have D and W. Now, as you saw earlier on in the video, we had the center dial with control on it. By turning that dial, I can go from 0 up to 100%. But at the moment we can't hear anything because the gain and the volume are down on the hardware. Now, next to the first of the control dials, we have the next one. We have another one. Don't forget, there are 2 control dials. Now I'm going to turn the control dial that is on the far right, and we can now see that we're moving, should I say, sorry, the software, and we can see we're going through 4/4, 3/8, 1/4, 1/4, sorry, and so on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the master gain up and on this channel up. We can now hear that beat. At the moment we just got a loop. Now if we have a listen, I'm going to select the flanger, I'm going to move the center dial, control, and I'm going to move the control dial on the right hand side. If you listen, we can hear no difference whatsoever. I'm just going to bring the volume down again. The whole idea of videos like this, by the way, are try to explain them as precisely and concisely as possible, so it's easily found out, all the information is found out by anyone and everybody. What I'm going to do now is press this button here with effect. Press that. If we go back up and have a look at the software, we can now see that flanger is on. I'm going to turn up the center slider on the controller with master gain, and now turn up the slider on the right hand side with our loop. What I'm going to do now is turn the dial, the center one, with control, and now we can start to hear that effect. That's because we've engaged that effect by pressing the button with effect on it on the controller. So if we move down to the dials, you can see exactly what I was doing while we were looking at the screen. Now at any point, if I select a new effect, this is what will happen. Not only has the light stopped shining around the effect, but also we do not have any more effect. That is because as soon as you select a new effect, the effect you were using is disengaged and now you get no effect at all. So we can now choose another effect, maybe go for delay, press the effect, and now we have that effect. Again, I'm going to turn the two control dials. Center one here, far right here. Also, if you look at the software, if I press the effect button, I can turn the effect off. So there's two ways of turning the effect off. One is to change the effect, and the other one is to press the effect button here. Demonstration tutorial on using the effects. Mix Track Pro from Numark. Practice and enjoy. Thank you.